One of these riots happened after Argentina lost a World Cup final. Another happened after they won one. And one happened 3 weeks ago inside this tournament after a victory at the exact same monument. Sunday night, 11:45 p.m., downtown Buenos Aires. Thousands of Argentina fans have spent the evening watching the World Cup final at the Obelisk, the monument where this country has celebrated football for generations. It has been peaceful for hours, families included. Then a group climbs the protective fencing, and by midnight there are glass bottles in the air, tear gas in the streets, water cannon on the crowd, and at least 15 people under arrest. Everyone online has the same 2 words for it: sore losers. By the end of this video, you will know why the evidence says it is something much stranger. If these first few minutes are already making you feel some type of way, do the video a solid. Drop a comment below this video, smash like, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Now let's get back into it. Start with Sunday's file, because the details matter and every one of them is verified. The crowds gathered to watch the final together at the country's traditional celebration point, and the reporting is consistent that the night stayed largely peaceful until about a quarter to midnight, when several people breached the perimeter fence protecting the monument. Rocks and glass bottles came at police. Police answered with rubber bullets, tear gas, and water cannon. At least 15 arrests, dozens more injured, and debris scattered across one of the widest avenues on Earth by sunrise. And to feel the full cruelty of the timing, look at what that same morning looked like 4,000 miles away. Madrid was preparing a victory parade, an open-top bus rolling from near the Prime Minister's residence through the city center, with King Felipe and the Prime Minister waiting to receive the champions. 2 capitals, 2 Mondays, 1 trophy between them. Now rewind 12 years, because the mirror is almost too clean to believe. July 2014, Argentina loses a World Cup final 1-0 in extra time to Germany. Sound familiar? That night, thousands gather at the Obelisk anyway, saddened but proud, to applaud the team's best World Cup run in 24 years. Cars honk in rhythm, firecrackers pop, and fans of every age chant the country's name. A 153-year-old father, carrying his 6-year-old daughter on his shoulders, told reporters, "We have nothing to regret, we played first rate." That was the real crowd. Then, late that Sunday night, it turned. Vandals with covered faces destroyed storefronts, tore down streetlights, ripped paving stones out of the road to throw at officers, and broke into a theater. Parents grabbed their children and ran. Police answered with tear gas and rubber bullets. 20 officers were injured, and arrests were reported between 30 and 60 by the time the smoke cleared. 12 years apart, same scoreline, same address, and the same 1-hour slide from a vigil into a battlefield. So the internet's verdict writes itself, and a million-view video is out there saying it right now: sore losers. Except the verdict cannot survive the next 2 facts. December 2022. Argentina has just won the World Cup. The government declares a national holiday. An estimated 5 million people flood Buenos Aires for the victory parade, one of the largest gatherings in the country's history. And how does the greatest day in a generation end at the Obelisk? With fans breaking into the monument itself and scaling it, with stones and bottles thrown at the police and firefighters sent to pull climbers down, with 31 people injured, 13 arrests, tires stolen off parked cars, bus stops wrecked as fans climbed onto their roofs, the monument's base covered in graffiti, and at least 1 death reported after a young man fell from a rooftop into a parking lot. That was the celebration. That was winning. And if 2022 feels like ancient history, here is the fact that should end the argument completely. It happened again 3 weeks ago inside this very tournament. The night Argentina beat Egypt in the round of 16, a dramatic, joyful, added time win. Thousands celebrated at the Obelisk. And the night ended with bottles and stones thrown at police, at least 9 arrests on charges, including assault and injuring officers, and a security cordon around the monument for days afterward. So count it with me now: 2 losses and 2 wins, 4 riots, 1 address. The sore loser theory just died on the evidence. The Obelisk does not read scoreboards. And the pattern has a pitch-side twin, one that FIFA has been formally writing down for years. In 2022, FIFA charged Argentina's federation for disorder at the quarterfinal against the Netherlands, the night the benches emptied and Leandro Paredes smashed the ball into the Dutch dugout. Go back further, and even the Saint has a file. In 2019, Messi himself was suspended and fined by South American football authorities after a Copa America red card, and his public criticism of the refereeing and the federation's own president was removed from his seat on the FIFA Council after echoing him. Fighting the officials is not a glitch in this program, it is a recurring feature. Now, fast forward to this month. In the semifinal, it was Paredes again trying to get Harry Kane sent off under the tournament's brand new mouth covering rule, a rule enforced so strictly this summer that Paraguay's Miguel Almiron became the first player in World Cup history dismissed under it. And the final's own referee, Slavko Vincic, had already applied it in the round of 32. Kane, for the record, was talking to the referee, not confronting anyone. Complaint rejected. Then came the final, the brawl you have seen, and the prosecutor we covered yesterday, and now the newest chapter from the last 24 hours. FIFA erased the Paredes red card from the official record, calling it an administrative glitch on the match feed. No card means no automatic ban, which means the man filmed with his hand on an opponent's throat is, as of today, fully eligible for Argentina's next window in September, unless the retrospective inquiry says otherwise. His first public words since carried no apology, just, "I love you today and always" to Argentina. Enzo Fernandez posted that there is something much bigger than a result. The federation is in the dock, the man at the center is currently punished, and nobody has said sorry. Now the frame this story actually deserves, because the mocking version misses the country entirely. Millions of Argentines grieved Sunday night with total dignity, the same way that father and daughter did in 2014, proud of a team that gave everything and fell one goal short. These are the same supporters who turned American stadiums and American cities blue and white for a month, who outsang every crowd at this tournament, who made this World Cup feel like the biggest event on earth, because to them, it genuinely is. The government even reportedly declared a national holiday to honor a team that lost, which might be the most Argentine sentence ever written. The riots belong to a violent fringe, a few dozen faces inside crowds of thousands, and to a monument that has become the pressure valve for the most football-obsessed nation on the planet, the one corner where the feeling comes out at full volume, whether the night ends in glory or heartbreak. That is not an excuse for a single thrown bottle. It is simply what 4 riots in 12 years on both sides of the scoreboard actually prove. So the question was never whether Argentina knows how to lose. 2022 settled that the riots do not require losing, and 2014 settled that most of the country grieves beautifully. Whatever FIFA's prosecutor decides about the men on the pitch, no ruling reaches the corner of Corrientes and 9 de Julio. The next final, win or lose, and with this team, there will be a next final. The Obelisk will fill again, the flags will come out again, and somewhere near midnight, the fencing will be tested again. History's only advice is simple: bring more fencing. If you want more content like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and share this video so you never miss out. Let us know in the comments below. 2 losses and 2 wins, 4 riots, 1 monument. Is this passion or a pattern that needs fixing? And does the 2022 win riot change how you judge Sunday night? And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to see it. Hey, before you go, the previous episode of the Cup Theory series is FIFA just hired a prosecutor for the World Cup final brawl. Argentina's problems are multiplying, in case you missed it. And the complete binge-worthy Cup Theory playlist has every chapter of this World Cup waiting for you. Trust me, this is one of those series you'll want to watch end to end. Every match, every meltdown, every story the big networks missed. Go watch them both right now and keep the deep dive going. You know you want to. Thank you for watching.